Hello. Good morning. We are live.
Late.
We are late. We are definitely late. Well, I mean, I guess it's better if we go ahead and show up, even if we're going to be late or not.
Yeah.
Um, we had to set up our little backdrop because last week we were in Carolina Fiber Fest and we came home and we just dropped everything at the front door. And so everything is a mess. And so we were kind of organizing, placing a yarn order, and just busy little bees.
Mm-hmm.
So good morning. If this is the first time you've watched, we are Jems Flex Fibers and I'm Judy.
I'm Emily.
Sorry.
Goodness.
And we are from Vicksburg, Mississippi. I got to take a drink. Sorry.
Oh boy.
So we are busy getting ready for another show.
Mm-hmm.
But we did just get back from the Carolina Fiber Fest.
Yes. Pretty good.
We had a great show.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm. And we kept out of most of the weather.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of a little worried because we could see that all the storms were coming while we were going to be there.
Right.
But I didn't know what was going to happen coming home. And luckily we just got rain coming home. But sorry about that. I don't know what happened. But yes, we did have a great show at Carolina. We every show is different about what people want.
Yes.
And one thing that has been selling really well is our yak in fingering and also in DK. We did have a new shawl at the show.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the same shawl, but different colors.
And it's the Accidentally in Love by Kelly Monster of Monster Knits. This was one of them that we had, and then a blue one, and then Emily knit up one, and she's using red jasper, bronze, and also jet. And so people really liked it. I think some people got those colors, but it kind of gave them an idea about other colors.
Yeah, with other colors. I think this was the first show since we've had those that people went out of the box and picked some of their own colors instead of just the samples, because in the past we sold a lot of that and a lot of the blue one. So
if you can see right here, this is what stock we have left from the show. This is all of the yak fingering. These boxes were full. Plus we have some tubs that we bring of back stock, full of our fingering. No fingering.
Yeah.
So we're trying to place another order and we placed another order for yarn and trying to get that dyed up in time for Chicago. But oh my gosh, we have a lot of yarn to dye. We had a really great show. One thing that sold really well was we've had this for a while. This is the Tentacula Cow by Jenny Noto of Wanded. It's just Wanded.
I think it's just Wanded.
So we did this a couple years ago, but we had this cow last year at Carolina.
Yes.
And so several people last year got the yarn to do this, which is 2 packs of the bulky minis in the Scylla collection. And you knit 1 pack to the center, and then you start the other pack. And so several people got it last year. And then what did one lady tell you?
So she last year, when she got back to her knitting group, they didn't come to the festival together. But when they all got back to their knitting group, 3 of the people in her knitting group had bought that, and they were out when she came by the booth. So she got it in the pyramid pop and did the but yeah, they weren't even together, and
then one of her friends came back and got it.
Yes, then this year she had a different friend with her, and she got the 2 Scylla collections to do the cowl.
So this is the Tentacula, I guess I'm saying it right, cowl. It's also in a hat pattern, and then there's a new hat that she just came out with it. Do you remember what it's called?
I think it starts with a T.
But it uses the same design, which is really cool. But so we knew that we were low on this color set, and I dyed this color set right before we left. It wasn't even twisted, packaged, nothing. And we tend to twisted label yarn in our hotel rooms.
Yes.
Or before a show or whatever. We bring all of the stuff. And so we did, the first day we did like 5 sets or 6 sets.
6 sets.
We sold out of all those.
Yes.
The next day we did like maybe 6 more sets.
Yeah, 6 more.
And then we sold all those and saw in the middle of the show. I'm like, Emily.
No, I mean, literally that was it because we only dye 15 at a time.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you twisted up the rest of them while customers were in the booth.
Yes.
But we were sold out and people were asking about them. And one lady bought the last 3. I was like, that's all we have. She's like, that's okay. I'll just get these. So I was like, okay. So, and then, but this is a really cool pattern.
Mhm.
And Emily was talking about how we have several other color combinations that would work
Mhm.
really great for this. I know that here we are about to be in summertime, but a lot of the people were saying that this is just a really cool Christmas present. So
Yes.
this might be a great idea for a Christmas present.
So here's some of our other collections we think would work really well with that. This is the Cerberus. So you can see that it's like a maroon, red, and brown.
And then it goes
Fade
into
into
a
like a-
neutral.
Yeah.
That I love that one.
I do too. And then we've got Hestia, which is a black to red to white.
That would look super cool.
Yes.
Especially with
I
like
can't
a
see, so if I need
gray-
to like move up, tell me.
You're good. With
Okay.
a gray or black jacket.
Oh yeah, that would look really cool.
And even like a white jacket that would look good.
Mhm. Yeah. We have the Apollo collection, which we've had for a long time.
This would be a great spring color.
Mhm.
The Apollo fade. And these are all in our Monster Minis. Now this cowl I think is in DK as well.
You know, I have it right here. I'm not really sure.
I think
Let's
it is. I think there's other yarn weights in that.
I'll have to pull it up. I'm gonna get.
Here's another one, another collection. This is the E-Rose. Oops. The E-Rose collection.
And you can kind of see how that fades because Judy did up this hat, so you would see how
that would
that would do really
I
well.
love that one. And then the Aphrodite collection. This is another great one. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, romance. This is like our Valentine one. So that's in worsted, Aran weight, and bulky, and
Mhm.
super bulky. So worsted, you'll
Yep.
be able to do it in worsted. And then
And
we have.
then the Demeter.
I love that one too.
Yeah. All right.
So those were selling really well. And because we had the cowl done in the Scylla collection, that was
Yeah,
what everybody
everybody
was
wanted
wanting. Yeah.
We're out of Minotaur, so that's another one that would work really good. It's purples, which is really obviously popular because we're out of that completely.
Right. So Emily and I are hitting the dye pots. We've been hitting it this week.
Mhm.
We have been talking about adding some new yarn bases, and the first of the year has just been really crazy busy, and we really have been kind of like playing with some of the new yarn bases, but not really able to go and dye a whole bunch to take to a show.
Right.
We have back last fall, we added a new cotton wool blend called Natchez, and we calling it Natchez because we read that cotton was first
Something.
harvested
I know, and I don't know. Yeah.
in Natchez, Mississippi. And so we thought that was a really cool fact. And so we was like, okay, let's name it Natchez. And it's really cool because people come into the booth and they see Natchez and they're like, oh, are you from Natchez? Or,
Right.
they're like, where does that come from? So it's a good topic because a lot of people recognize the name
Mhm.
Natchez. So we have had the fingering and it's been selling really well. We've done
Mhm.
like a lot of special orders. And so now we are adding that to the show lineup. We will have it at Yarncon. We have also purchased some DK in that as well. And so we have that. We will not have the DK at Yarncon,
No.
but we will definitely have it for the next set of spring shows, like Estes Park,
Yeah.
Georgia, Yarn Centric, and also for H&H Americas, a wholesale show that we are doing in May. So, and then we have had a sport weight yarn in the past that we really liked, but we found another one.
I know.
It is amazing.
It is. I really, really like it.
Love it. And so we are going to have sport for Yarncon in Chicago, and we have been working on our worsted non-superwash. And so this has been a learning curve with dyeing this because it doesn't take as much dye. You have to dye it slower.
Yeah.
So we're working on a few things. We're actually going to set up a new dye studio area for the non-superwash, and we're going to work on that after we get back from Yarncon. So a lot of things are happening. We're really excited. But I love the new yarn bases.
I do too. I'm really, really pleased.
Also, when we were at Carolina, we got to visit with Lisa of Friends and Fiberworks in Asheville, North Carolina, and she asked us to come do a trunk show.
I know. How exciting.
So exciting. If you've never been to Friends and Fiberworks in Asheville, she has an amazing yarn shop. We went into her store years ago when it was bigger, but it was kind of outside of town. I remember going to the building. I just don't remember where it was. And that's strange for me because I normally remember.
I know. Usually you do. I remember going, and it was big.
It was big. But she's now moved a building out to her house.
Okay.
And so we're going to be there, I think,
July
21st and 22nd, 19th, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the middle of July, we're going to be at Asheville, North Carolina at Friends and Fiberworks. So I'm really excited about that. And we have been getting a lot of postal orders this week.
I
know. So business has been really, really super busy. I do want to tell you all that there is a hat pattern that is supposed to have came out with the Galentine Day box. A lot of things just kind of like got in the way, and I was putting it on the back burner. And so the patterns are done. I did it, and this is my mistake. Mm-hmm. I wrote it in bulky fingering and DK.
Okay.
And so I had the pattern wrote out, but then trying to make sure that everything is right because there's a repeat. And so you repeat it twice on the bulky, but you only repeat it 4 times on the fingering. And when I was knitting it up, I did it 5 times, and that was too much. And so anyway, it took me a little bit longer to get the pattern written and everything. And I keep saying, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to post it.
Right.
But I got to take pictures and all that. So sorry, but hopefully it will get up. Definitely by next week for when we go live again. And I'll get that posted. I've been busy, getting taxes ready.
Oh, yeah, me too. Nobody likes that.
I know. I hate it. I'm glad that it's over. But I'll tell you one thing that I've learned. I have typically in the past did QuickBooks desktop. But they have QuickBooks Online, which I've known for a while. But I've learned that, and so if there's any of you business people out there, Shopify, our website, and also PayPal and everything is automatically uploading to the QuickBooks Online, which is making it almost seamless for you.
That's really good.
I know. I'm really excited about that. I don't have to worry so much. You can even upload your statements, and it'll balance out your statements.
Very cool.
Excuse me. I don't know why I'm coughing.
Very, very cool. Dang, that was a big thing.
I know. So we have been busy ordering yarn, dyeing yarn, but having a blast.
Yeah. I mean, and it's been really pretty out. So
it has.
When it's pretty, it's so nice. The yarn dries quicker. We put it outside, and I did put it outside earlier. So.
I know I came in one morning last week and I was like, Emily, did you put yarn outside?
No.
No. I was like, there's yarn outside all weekend.
Oh, gosh.
But, you know, when we were getting ready for Carolina, we had 5 shows. We had 4 shows between January and the 1st of March. We had 4 shows over the course of 5 weeks.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And so we were sold out of a lot, but we were, you know, back to back to back shows, and we just didn't even have any time to dot up big amounts or did big quantities of stuff. We were like little bitty.
Right.
So we had like 2 weeks to get ready for Carolina, and we dyed all of this yarn. It was nuts.
Took it with us.
And twisted
But you know
it.
what? I think we did really well because a lot of times, it's still a little damp and we're having to hang it. None of our yarn it was all dry, ready to go.
Because we had a sunny day
Yes.
outside. We had a sunny day. Yeah, so that was good. But we should have plenty of time now, I hope, to get everything ready before we go. I mean, I know that like I think it's supposed to rain Sunday, but I really haven't looked too much. But we're gonna have nice warm days.
Yeah, good deal.
I'm excited that this weekend is going to be nice and warm. I'm gonna be outside.
Oh no, we're just going up to the camp. I am gonna be outside because I'm finally gonna get Owen's little rocking chair done. Remember, I bought the paint, so like and it had a really high shellac on it, so I sanded that, but now I gotta go with the other sandpaper, make it smoother and paint it. And so I'll be outside doing that, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So
nice. And I think I'm going to the races. I'm going to some car races Saturday. What?
I don't know. Like, I think that I would like to do it once. I don't think that it would be like but I just to experience it. Have you ever been before?
I have. So when Seth, my son, was little, we actually lived across the street from, I think it was like a father, a son. There was like a whole bunch of them, and then they raced these cars. I don't even know what you call them, but they're weird. Like they had like these wings that, it was like a tall kind of thing.
Okay. Huh.
But then there was also like a dirt track, and then they would do, I don't even know what all that stuff is, but we went over there and watched a few times and stuff, and it's loud. It's like,
yeah. Do you have earplugs?
No, but I need to get some.
Yeah, you need to get some.
I need to get some because like you've been snoring in the hotel room.
She's lying.
Talking in your sleep.
She's lying.
No, I do need to get me some earphones.
Earplugs.
Earplugs, yes.
Only, not really. I mean, you probably could take the noise, but just for protection.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll just have, but I probably should take them just to see.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. William said he's bringing. I got to get some hamburger meat and make some patties. We're going to grill out there at the races and stuff.
Very cool.
So I'm excited. It's going to be a fun day, and to get some sun. Yeah, I got to get some sunscreen.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but anyway, we are busy. We've got so I was supposed to come out with the new yarn collection the first of the year, Hades, and I kind of played with Hades a little bit, but I never was really happy with what I was kind of making. But I've kind of been re-inspired since the Scylla collection was selling so well, and so I'm going to go back to the drawing board on the Hades collection, and I don't know if I'll have it ready before we go to Yarncon.
Right.
But I do have a new inspiration for the Hades collection. And somebody was in our booth this weekend. It's so funny. People walk into the booth, and when they start turning yarn around and they realize that the names are Greek mythology, then they start saying, oh, do you have so-and-so? Do you have this? Do you have this? And one girl was like, do you have Hades and Persephone? And I was like, I do have Hades, not Persephone. And I was like, but I have the underworld, which is where Hades lived. And then we had Queen of the Underworld. So she started buying all of the Hades collection that we already, not
the collection, but anything that had to do with.
Right.
Did she get to meet her?
No, she didn't. I should have told her about that. I think she was.
Actually, you know what? I don't think we have a need to meet her right now.
Oh, we sure don't. So that's why I didn't tell her.
We have heart.
But anyway, it was a great show.
Yeah, it was really good.
You know, we'll definitely be back to Carolina next year. And it looks like we are going to be in New York for Rhinebeck weekend. We won't be at Rhinebeck, but we've been selected as one of the vendors to be up there for the pop-up trunk shows that are happening the day before Rhinebeck. So I'm really excited about that.
So we get to go to Rhinebeck too.
I know. And so, you know, what we've been talking about is like, so when we went to Rhinebeck we did Indian Tangled like 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago? Yes.
I think so.
After we left, we went to Rhinebeck, and then the next day we headed south and we went to Virginia Beach and we stayed a few days because we were supposed to be at SAF, and so we didn't have
enough time to like come back home.
Right.
Back, yeah.
So we went and rented an Airbnb and we twisted yarn the whole time.
We did. I don't think one day we didn't even leave. We just
we were in pajamas.
Cooked. Yeah, we stayed in pajamas, and then we even had to send out some orders. So we had to find a post office and do that.
Yeah, we went to the grocery store and we bought food, and I cooked the whole weekend, which was so nice.
It was nice.
And we were right there on the beach. It was nice. But this year, so we're in the same scenario. We're going to be leaving.
I just thought of something else too. I don't know how long it would take, but like now we have our passports. We could go on the other side of Niagara Falls.
We could going up. We should do it. When we went 3 years ago, when we went to Niagara Falls, and we didn't have our passports, so we were not able to go to the Canada side.
Right.
But we do this time. So Emily's like, oh, we could go.
We could go.
So we will go on the way up. We will go to the Niagara Falls and we'll do that.
Yeah.
Because it worked out perfectly for our timing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. But then what did we decide we're going to do in between?
We're going somewhere. Are we going? Now I can't remember what we decided.
We're talking about going to Boston.
Yes, that's right.
Because where we're going to be, like Boston is like 3 or 4 hours away. And so we can go to Boston and spend like a few days.
We can go to Cheers.
We can go to Cheers. So we can go to Boston for a few days and just, you know, I would like to go up to Maine, and which Maine is not very far from there, and just kind of like go to, I think we looked at like a town. I don't remember what town.
I don't remember.
So if you know or need to tell us where to go, we would love to, you know, because we're going to have a few days. So like, the pop-up trunk shows are on Friday. Saturday we'll probably go to Rhinebeck. Sunday we'll probably leave and head over to Boston and stay somewhere in that vicinity. And then we should be able to stay there until like Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday morning we'll start heading to North Carolina, and then sort of Thursday we'll set up for South.
Yeah.
So that'll give us a good 2 days.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. So if you live in that area, or if you've been, let us know of things we should do. And that's going to be in October, of course. It's still a ways away, but we're really excited about that. All right. Well, we're going to get back to work. Thanks for joining in. We appreciate y'all so much, and it's because of all of you that our business is doing so well. And
the discount today.
Oh,
Friday.
Let me set it up really quick. Tell them what it is.
It is 10% off using the, what is it called? The discount code Friday, FRIYAY. And it's 10% off of everything on our website except for any of the box sets.
And we do have some boxes on there. We have our new Halloween box.
Yes, we do.
And what is it?
It is called Smell My Feet.
I
So cute.
love it.
Judy thought that up, and I thought, that's perfect. So we're going to do everything to do with socks. So our little goodies and different things, you know,
Well, October, known in the knitting world, is known as Socktober.
mhm.
And what it is, it started out as a sock drive for people to donate socks to homeless shelters. And so we're going to kind of have like a little spin on that and get really involved in Socktober. And part of that is going to be our Halloween box. There's going to be a lot of great things. We're so excited.
Yes.
Everybody always talks about like our boxes are so good. It's got so many good things. Well, all of the things we've been looking, Emily and I both were like,
oh my gosh, look
I want this.
I know.
So really excited. Okay, let's see. The discount code is set up for today, March 21st, and that is good until midnight tonight.
And we do have like our new cotton on there. We have our new sport on there.
Yeah, and we're going to be dyeing. So we only have like a few colors listed on the cotton, but we'll be adding more colors on the website. And so if there's a color that you want, like let us know, because we do have it. And the new sport is on the website, and it's called Mezzo Sport. It is really nice, and we've sold it already to a couple of yarn shops, and they're really, really liking it, and it's placing other orders. So
yes.
We've been busy filling yarn orders for yarn shops, and we haven't had a chance to fill
it for our carts.
I know. And then we had 2 more orders like yesterday, and I'm like, oh. Emily's like, we're not gonna be able to get yarn done. And I was like, we're just gonna start starting later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
And eventually maybe go ahead and hire somebody. We've been talking
about it. Yeah. So
all right, y'all have an amazing weekend. And I forgot. The sweater knit along is ending Monday. We have seen so many great sweaters. I'm really excited. We haven't really been able to participate that much in it this year, Emily and I, because we have been so busy. So busy dyeing yarn and then just like life.
Yes.
But the sweater knit along is ending Monday. And if you did participate in the sweater knit along, make sure that you went and signed up. And so we can see. And so there is a link in the Instagram bio. You can go and you can click on the link and put all the information about who you are, what yarn you used, what you knitted. I'll tell you, Jane knit a sweater. Jane Basler. I'm not really sure how you say her name.
I think it's Basler.
That's what I think. When I said that, I was like, it's not Basler, it's Basler. I'm sorry, Jane.
It's okay.
She knit a cardigan.
She knows how you talk.
Okay. I know I'm just talking so fast. But she knit a sweater, and what's it called? She sent it to me, but I don't remember. You know what? It's probably on one of these sheets right here.
With the what's cooking stuff?
No.
Or the one that she's doing now.
The one she's doing now.
Oh, goodness. I can't remember.
Jane, I don't think you signed up. You better go sign up. But she used our new non-superwash. It looks amazing. And the worsted.
Yes.
Was it worsted or sport?
Yes, it was worsted.
And what did she say on Knit Night the other night?
She doesn't even know if she wants to use superwash anymore.
It is so nice. It is so
It's so
soft.
pretty too. It looks like the picture.
Yeah, it looks really good. Really, really good. And non-superwash is not going to grow like superwash does. And it tends to make a more solid fabric because the non-superwash does not have that coating and it's more sticky. You have to be careful not to felt it, which we did felt like our first time cooking it. But you have to be careful, but it's more sticky. And so it makes a more consistent fabric.
But you know what? I always thought, like, because I mean, I haven't worked with non-superwash really at all. Now I'm trying to think if I did, but I don't think so. But it's a lot softer than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, the non-superwash that we have is really soft. It is really nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. So you're going to see that hopefully after we get back from Yarncon.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to dye it a little bit different. And we figured out
Mm-hmm.
the solution, I think. But we're going
Right.
to have a new area added.
Right.
Because you're going to have to dye that much slower, and the other yarn doesn't take that long. And we're like, oh, we're just standing around like waiting for this yarn
I
to soak
know.
up the dye.
So, like, if we have that new station, we can go ahead and get something started and kind of go back and forth.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm going to tell y'all again. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a great week, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.